Is Starbucks considered one of the major vendors?
Really?
I mean, I didn't know that, but if it is, I mean, that's good to know.
Hi, Justin. I'm sorry I missed your call. This is Anthony DeLuise. 631-905-8789. Have a good evening. Take care.
Thanks so much for that one. We are looking forward to that one. And Apple, of course, 30 minutes after that. Two big tech reporters to focus on later. But Mike, with 2 minutes left, what are the internals saying?
Pretty broad participation today, Wolf. Yesterday, as mentioned, very narrow, nasty breath, even though the indexes did okay. Here you have a turn toward the positive, much more than 2-to-1 advancing in a declining volume in New York Stock Exchange. The NASDAQ is actually even a little bit better. So yesterday, the average NASDAQ stock was way down. Today, it's reasserting itself. Take a look at consumer discretionary. This is the main index ETF, the XLY, relative to the equal weighted version. The market cap rated version has had this huge run to actually meet the other one on a year-to-date basis. That is because Amazon and Tesla together are 40% of the consumer discretionary sector, and they have woken up both those stocks ramping. So equal weighted version tells you a lot more about the consumer as opposed to the two stocks. The volatility index proceeding a little bit, still above 16. Fed meeting next week, and just a little bit of a wobble in the market is keeping it maybe a little more elevated than you think with record highs in the S&P.
We are ramping across the board into the close. Maybe ramping's a little bit of a strong word, excuse me, but we are at session highs with just under 1 minute left. S&P's up 4%, NASDAQ up 1.4%, and the Dow up 0.7%. All 11 sectors are high. Consumer discretionary, financials, industrials, and real estate are the sectors that are up more than 1%. But even the worst performing sector, which is consumer staples, is up 1/3% itself. As we mentioned earlier, yields have risen today across the board. The 10-year back up to 157, having seen a flattening of the curve over the prior couple of sessions. That has helped the broader indices as well. The dollar slipping on that GDP print. That is
You need that stuff off of there?
What?
On the top of the cabinet?
No.
Okay.
I was just trying to hide as much wire without cutting as much as I could.
Okay.
Goldman Sachs, Apple, ahead of its results today. Salesforce also adding Visa and American Express, the biggest drives. Another tough day for those payments companies. S&P 500 closing at a record, a full percentage point higher. Every sector in the S&P managed to close higher. Real estate was the winning one. Growth outperformed value again, but again, everyone was higher. The NASDAQ also closing at a record high. First time we've seen this since early September, before the market got hit during September. NASDAQ closing up 1.4% on the day, thanks to strength in names like Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix, Regeneron, another big winner today. The small caps closed up 2%, big comeback there. Joining the party with the rest, actually beating them up 2%, but it's been a laggard lately. It's going to be a busy hour of earnings. Get ready. Apple, Amazon, Starbucks, Gilead, all set to report. We've got an all-star panel for you to break down these results. Plus, shares of Twilio Boeing today on the heels of its earnings report. We're going to talk to the company CEO about the quarter. What if anything could turn that stock around? That is coming up this hour. First up on the market, Stephanie Ling from Hightower is still with us. Delano Sapporo from New Street Advisors joins the conversation. Now, first to you, Mike. On a record closing high, you think the 1.75 trillion in spending package had anything to do with this?
It doesn't hurt. I think the idea is something's going to get done, loosened up. We know what we might be dealing with in terms of corporate tax rates, not an across-the-board rate increase. The numbers don't really matter that much. We're talking about 1 to 2% of GDP over 10 years each year. So it helps, but it's not something that I think the market's been banking on. I think it's much more about a little bit of a chase into year-end. People know the seasonal tendencies for strength. Today, this pop near the close was about the absence of a market on close sell order flow.
You don't mind if I give Helotech a call off of your phone?
Oh, no, not at all.
The way the mega cap earnings before they come, just
yeah.
in case we have some beats out there. So just about at the intraday record highs, not quite, just under 46.
Delano, as we were at Amazon, what's your take? In fact, we are ready
Here you
for
go.
Amazon numbers. They're just crossing the D-Verse hasn't crossed D.
Indeed, and we're seeing some softness in the stock, down about 2% because, well, but Sarah, this is a miss on both the top and bottom line. Revenue coming in at $110.8 billion, up $11.6 billion is what the street was expecting. Earnings per share is light as well. The street was expecting $8.92, more than $2 short of that, $6.12. That is about half of what Amazon did in the same period last year. Remember, though, it is coming off huge growth during the pandemic. That was one of the biggest questions this quarter is can they sustain or gather some more momentum? Remember, this has been one of the worst performing mega caps of the year. Also operating profit guidance. This is important between $0 and $3 billion. Not the first time.
Thank you for calling Helotech Technician Support. If you are unable to add or edit services for an order, please note, services can only be added or edited after the job has been started before it is closed. One moment while we connect you to a support representative.
Did you know you can easily increase the number of job offers you receive? Just log into your tech dashboard. Click the menu icon on the top right corner and click Skills. Enable any skills you are comfortable with, and you will begin receiving offers for relevant jobs. Please stay on the line for our next available Helotech representative. Please stay on the line for our next available Helotech representative.
Hi, thank you for calling Helotech. This is Shannon speaking. How may I help you today?
Hey, how's it going? This is William Caldwell. I'm calling in regards to service number order. Hold on. 714115. 115.
115. Sorry
Yes.
about that. 714-115.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Give me a second here.
You're fine.
Anthony, let me check the book order. Okay, I hope I pull out the correct work order. 714115.
Yes, Anthony.
Yeah, and I'm talking now to
William. This is William.
a customer.
No, this is the
William.
yes, this is the technician. Sorry.
Oh, you're using customer's phone number? Yeah? Phone?
But my phone died, so I called off theirs.
Okay, no worries about that. Yeah, let me help you, William.
Hey, so I just wanted to add a helper fee to the work order because it took like 3 or 4 of us to get the TV up. It was a 65, but it was a really fragile glass TV. So I wasn't, but it was a glass TV. So I was calling to see if I could add a helper fee to the order.
Okay, hold on.
It took like 4 of us to do it, so that's why.
Black TV?
Ma'am,
What is that again? Is it Black
It's-
TV?
it's a Sony Bravia 65-inch OLED.
Okay, Sony Bravia. Yeah, that's very heavy TV.
Yeah, yeah. Whew. So
65, right? 65.
yes, ma'am, 65.
Okay, Mr. Condwell, give me a second here.
I'm sorry.
Just a second here. Let me go ahead and adjust your tax time.
Okay.
Okay, you may go ahead and check or refresh your app and
Awesome.
let me know if the $25 helper fee is already on your tax time.
It is there, and I appreciate that. I'm finishing up the work order as we speak. Will this be on the payout for today?
The payout. Okay, hold on. So today's Thursday, so 10 a.m. now in your area. So you have to wait like 7 p.m.
That's fine. That's fine.
If payout for this work order is not listed on, actually, the payout is per batch shift, but if this work order will not be included for today's payout, maybe it will, you will receive the payment on Monday.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, anything else I can help,
Yes.
Mr. Calloway?
No, ma'am, that should be all.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, for giving me a call.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Okay.
Revenue was $7.42 billion versus the average $6.3 billion estimate. The Clary sales, that's remdesivir, came in at $1.9 billion versus an estimate of like $630 million. So just blowing that out of the water, the company raising its full-year forecast across the board, and especially for the Clary sales, now saying it expects $4.5 to $4.8 billion in sales from that drug, primarily reflecting what they say was a surge in COVID
So just so I'm in the order, it's only 3 speakers, right? We got the 2 towers and this 1 subwoofer.
You were able to do that?
Well, I'm just trying to make sure. It's 3, right? It's
3.
this one, and that one.
Yeah, this one, the woofer and the other speaker.
Okay. I do have enough drop for that, and I'm about to add in this one.
Okay. Long day.
Yeah.
Let me get my wife out of the way.
I'm going to place this right here. But you can hear them kind of rumbling, right? Static.
Static. A little static, yeah.
So
I had lost part of my hearing, so.
gotcha. So I'm gonna plug up the last one. That should be good. This one's already in power. But I'm gonna keep the TV running, and then I'm gonna try to synchronize them to the TV so that it comes out of this instead.
Okay.
That'll be the tougher part, Rick. We'll see. I mean, there has to be a way to do that. I'm just not familiar with this TV.
No. Yeah, it's dated, that's for sure. Took 3 guys to lift that.
Oh, I don't doubt at all, including the mount. I don't doubt.
Yeah, the mount is monstrous.
Including the mount. And I saw the thing, I was like, wow. It's amazing what they've transitioned to. That's incredible. And any news is fine. It doesn't matter. Fox, CNN, MSNBC.
Well,
all of it's fine.
okay, I'm Republican.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I don't watch most of the other stations except for Fox because it seems like they pass the same piece of paper along.
Well, I watch them all just so I'm not blindsided by any of them.
Yeah.
And then I go watch the longer spills of what they were actually about. So say, for instance, there was a speech that was given.
Okay.
And then the news outlet would have their ratings of how they would interpret the speech.
Okay.
He owned that stage, that's what you would, like, you would hear that a lot. I'm like, well, I've actually listened to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
They
he owned
all
it.
use the same paper. They all use the same $10 words, and there doesn't seem to be any individuality between the stations. I mean, I grew up with what's his name, Anderson.
Cooper?
Cooper. Anderson
Oh,
Cooper.
man.
I watched him almost from the beginning. When he started his career.
And see, I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought he was a whole lot younger.
And he used to articulate his research, going out and doing it. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't go out there and do anything.
Nobody does it. They're relying on one thing. And that's it.
Yeah, 100%. Now that I think about it, he was the one that was going out there doing all of that. Is this the?
It's on.
Now it's just time to get some sound. I remember how, like a telescope, you could always find. I appreciate you guys letting me work for you guys today.
Oh, I think you're doing a really good job.
I'm trying to cover all bases, man. I'm just that type of guy. I used to work at Best Buy, and I've kind of never changed from how my ways were. So,
Hey, you got to develop.
yeah, I know. I just couldn't stay there forever. I realized that you guys liked me more than the store did, so I had to find something that got me to you instead of the store. But I didn't mind being there.
Oh, being your own boss is also
Yeah.
is also incredible. You pick up other work besides Hello Tech?
Absolutely. I was about to ask this electrician guy about stuff he could just teach me. Like, I'm willing to learn what I don't know, and I think that's my biggest thing that I use to my advantage. Like, if I don't know something, I'll take the time out to learn it or figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of sidebars, but I definitely want to make sure I got my work done. Yeah, anything you could have taught me.
Sidebars are good too.
I try not to overdo them. And something took you from me. I can't understand why. But wherever you're resting, I'm carrying your light. Let's just keep driving on. While the stars jumping in through the window. Let's go where we will know. Head as fast as we can for the unknown. You can stay there, but it's not fair. Those were the days when we laughed all the while. Those were the nights where the world made us smile. Not setting the world on fire. You have to have a way and a backup plan for that, build that better plan. Oh no, that's the sun. No.